Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Wingtrades.com. Today is Friday, June 12th, 2020, and it's the end of week 2 on the Wingtrades Options Small Account Challenge. It has been a challenging week nonetheless, so let's go through the trades that we made. We did end just shy or just over $400 profit this week, so not too bad. We had about $1,000 and then it got really tough. So let's go through it. Trade number 1 is on Roku. So let's actually go over to Discord here. So a quick reminder a little bit on the challenge account. There's also video 1 out that you can grab as well. So trade number 1 was Roku. This was a call option set. We're looking for a push above 115 and preferably up to 120 resistance. And it didn't quite get there. We ended up taking profit at that 115 area. And if we go to our orders, where's Roku hiding? There it is. Let's order these by ticker. Here we go. So Roku, we bought at 7, sold at 9.15. So that was a profit of $215. So not bad at all, about 31%. We didn't get greedy. We sold at that initial profit target as the market was starting to get a little funky. Took profit, locked it in. It was great. Trade number 2, let's go back over to Discord here. This was UPS. And this was probably our dumbest trade of the week. It was a logical setup, but we were chasing. And it was clear that we were chasing. We were just looking for this 112 spot, and we got caught. We got caught up with it, and that's okay. So let's pull up UPS. We will understand what we did wrong and then not repeat that mistake. So UPS, we entered here. I think it was like 109, 110 barely, so just at the top of that trend here. Didn't continue up to 112. And if we pull up UPS, here we go. Bought to open at 369 and sold it for a loss at 264. So we did follow the trade plan, which is key to not blowing up an account, right? We stuck to our stop loss, and we only lost 28%. So not bad. Trade number 3. Let's scroll down here a bit. So this is Microsoft. This was going for the all-time highs breakout. So we tapped 190.70 right on the dot. That was the previous all-time high. So we entered long, right? We had bullish call options at $7. So these were monthlies, right? We're trading moderate risk, but we don't want to go too crazy by trading right at expiration or a week out. And this was a tough one, right? We had a beautiful setup, we had profit, and we took profit, which is okay. So end of the day here, entered, we got the breakout overnight, and I ended up taking profit around 192. And the reason for this is I couldn't watch the trade all day, right? These are swing trades. My goal is to get in the trade, go overnight, exit the trade for profit. Sure, I could have held this, but I couldn't monitor the trade, so I chose not to. So take profit. Let's go find our Microsoft trade. Here we go. $7 up to $7.86. So not bad. That was about 12%. We could have done much better, but see profit, take profit. It is better to be safe than sorry. All right, next trade here. Let's go down to Visa. So these are call options as well. Similar to UPS in that we were just following the trend, continuing up, but this was not a parabolic move like UPS, so we weren't making that mistake twice. We learned our lesson. We're going from 201 to 205. Let's pull up the Visa chart here. So 201 to 205. And then the market happened, right? We had that overnight FOMC in the afternoon. Afternoon was a little bit bearish, a little bit confusing, and the overnight was awful. So we ended up taking a pretty good sized loss on Visa. This was a 53% loss, our largest for the week. However, we knew this was pretty risky, so we only took one contract at 545, so we weren't risking that much. So yes, a 53% loss is pretty bad, but using proper risk management and proper sizing allowed us to not take a very large loss on it. That's okay, it happens. We followed the trade plan, we move on. Next trade here, this was Trip, same day as Visa, and this was a funky one. So Trip, or TripAdvisor, is the underlying name of the company there. Nice breakout, and then it just failed spectacularly. So this is 1, 2, 3 straight down, so I'm expecting, okay, we're probably going to go test support. Again, very basic analysis. So entered at 22 and change, looking for 21. We used put options, right? Bearish puts. Entered at 190, same monthly expiration. Here we go. Let's pull up the Trip chart. And this was on the same day as Visa, the overnight ES futures market, NQ, basically every market just took a dump. And we got lucky, right? Entered at around 22 for put options and opened around 20, 20 and a half. Ended up selling almost at the low of day right out of the gate. Let's pull up the 5-minute chart on Trip because this was pretty funny, right? Overnight trade, we just want to see profit, take profit, grab it, walk away. And we exited, here's that morning after, exited right in this first few minute candle. And that was an awesome profit of 63%. However, there was another lesson to be learned on this trade. We fat-fingered the order, which means instead of pressing a 5 on my number pad, I pressed 8, which is awfully close. It's just one little keystroke up. It was a happy accident, but a lesson to be learned. So took 8 contracts instead of 5, because they're only $1.90 a piece times 100 shares, only 190 bucks there, but still basically took around $1,500–$1,600 worth of risk. A little bit too much for the challenge account. Learned our lesson, we won't do that again. Double check the orders. With that happy accident though, a $960 profit that completely negated the loss on Visa. So can't complain about that. Next trade, this is where things get a little bit tougher and we probably should have taken this day off. The market was freaking out, massive drop, not quite sure where we were going. We didn't know if we were going to continue down or bounce up, but we took a decent probability trade, very similar to Trip, right? It's free falling, expecting a move down to that support, in this case 50 on RCL. This didn't play out as expected, and that's okay. RCL did not go for a drop. Let's go to the daily chart here. And we actually got a bounce overnight, and it was pretty bloody. Didn't get the same move as Trip. That's okay. We still played probability. We still had proper risk management, proper trade sizing, followed the trade plan, and exited at open. A 34% loss, so about 560 bucks. Not too bad, but definitely would have liked to avoid it. We'll learn from this, follow the trade plan. Some of them just won't work out. Last trade of the week, this was Friday afternoon, so this afternoon here. This is an end of day 2 p.m. reversal, so 2 p.m. Eastern time. Market, tech, and SPY both in pretty nasty red territory. So we expect some sort of bounce or short covering into close. So 2 p.m. around 2:32 on QQQ, entered call options. These were 19 June, so this monthly, next Friday expiration. We did this because we wanted a little bit more risk for the trade. We were expecting to hold it overnight for a bounce or over the weekend, but we also mentioned that if we are going to see a profit up to 236, 238 area on Qs, which is right here, here's the 5-minute chart. If we get that bounce, we will just take profit early, right? See profit, take profit, don't hold it over the weekend, just enjoy it, right? We ended up getting a fill right at 2:10 p.m. and amazingly, we touched 236 and change just before close, like 10 minutes beforehand. So we saw profit, we took profit, locked in, let's go back here, locked in a 24% win or $236. This is great. covered some of the losses overnight on RCL. Still a red day, but it secured a nice green week overall. So just over over $400 on the week, and 100% gain on the account in 2 weeks. That is awesome. So if we do this again over the next week or 2 weeks, we'll get 100% gain, hopefully, on the $3,000, and we'll have 6, and then we'll do it again, and hopefully in the next month or 2 we'll have 10 or 12 or 15 grand, and then who knows? We'll see what the market has in store. So thank you for watching. Thank you for going through this review. Hopefully you understand a little bit more of where the trading methodology comes from and some of the psychology behind the trades, and more importantly, the trades that we learn from, right? Whether it was the winner on Trip that we fat fingered way too many contracts there, or on RCL where it just didn't work out and we had to close the trade for a loss. So not a bad week. We will do it again next week. If you haven't joined the trading floors at wingtrades.com, feel free to do so. Activate your free trial. Come join us, ask questions, and grow with us. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we will see everybody bright and early on Monday morning. Have a good one.